Hello, my fellow gardeners. This is Gardening with Mel. And yes, another great tip from Gardening with Mel. If you haven't already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button so that way you don't miss another video from Gardening with Mel. Thanks for joining. Hello, my fellow gardeners. This is Gardening with Mel, and I'm here today to show you my cucumber plants. I have a cucumber plant growing up a trellis, as you can see, and they're kind of getting up there. Hopefully they'll make it to the top and connect, and we'll have a never-ending vine of cucumbers. What's important about cucumbers is they need something to climb on in order to have a successful harvest, because you don't want your cucumbers, once they get a little heavy, to lay down on the ground. It's better for them to climb up a trellis or stakes or something that you have for them to climb up. And let me show you why. If you can look at the cucumber, you can see it has these little, what I call little arms that come out of the cucumber plant. Those little stems. Those stems are connecting all by themselves. I didn't do this. They automatically know, or this cucumber plant knows, that it needs to climb. And you can see that throughout. I also have on the other side, I've experimented, I have a watermelon plant that's also growing, and they do the same. So any type of melon plants, this is a watermelon plant. You can tell the difference in the leaves, that this is a watermelon, and then the cucumbers has these types of leaves. So another thing with melons and cucumbers and things like that, they have male and female flowers. Now, to tell the difference, I'm going to show you. We're going to find a flower. We're going to focus on this flower right here. And if you look closely at the back of the flower, it's just a flower. There's nothing behind it. So now that is a male flower. Now we need to find a female flower. Now a female flower is going to look a little bit different. And I'm going to see if I can find one on here on the plant that hasn't been pollinated already. Trying to go in and see. I think most of these have pretty much been pollinated, because I've been seeing a lot of bees around here. And as you can see, well, we'll zoom into this particular one. If you look at the back of the flower, it has what looks like a little tiny cucumber, and they start off like that. So that is the female flower. So what happens is, if you don't have bees and pollinators, what you can do is you can take one of the male flowers, take a Q-tip, and kind of go inside of the flower with a Q-tip and get that pollen out, and then brush it inside of the flower of the female flower, if you don't have pollinators. But if you have your cucumber plants out in a garden and they're directly planted in the soil, you probably will not have a problem with pollination. And I've noticed that here on my cucumber plants. I haven't had to come out and self-pollinate, because I've been seeing a lot of bees and those little small tiny little ants. They kind of go in there and they do the pollinating for me, which is nature. That's what nature does. Looking here on this cucumber plant, I see here is a cucumber that was already pollinated, because it had a little bulb there, and that flower has dried up, so we know that that's been pollinated. And so now that's going to turn into a cucumber. And then this little flower right here, that is a male flower. So what happens is the bee jumps from there, then he'll jump over there to another flower and the next, and he self-pollinates for you. to where you don't have to. So that's basically the birds and the bees of pollination. Okay, so if you found this video helpful, please like, share, and subscribe, and leave a comment if you have any questions or suggestions. Over and out.